JC, it's Ron. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, got some vinyl to show today. Got some reissues and I got some originals. And kind of spans different decades. So let's get going, man. I've been kind of on a Gary Newman kick lately, trying to get, you know, all those early albums again. And I picked up a reissue of Two Boy Army, his first from 1979. And this sounds great. Nice vinyl. It's on a blue marbled vinyl with Gary Newman labels. Comes with a nice heavy duty inner sleeve with lyrics. And I can't remember if this is UK or domestic, but it sounded fantastic. So you can't go wrong with this one. Good rockin' Gary Newman album. It's pretty unique, you know, when you look at his whole catalog, you know, this one stands out as being very unique. Okay, now this next one I got, I'm really, I should have been into this band a long time ago, but I just never investigated them. I kind of had the wrong perception about them. I thought they were more lightweight, Depeche Mode type stuff. And it's the first album by Joy Division. Unknown Pleasures, 1979. Excellent album. Dark, post-punk. I think Rhino put this out basically, and it sounds fantastic. 2007 remaster, 2015 press. Really nice. Comes with the inner sleeve, yeah, so it's cool, man. Cool textured cover. I mean, it's very faithful to the original. Awesome sound. Great one to check out. Also picked up their second one following year, 1980. By this time, the frontman was dead. But great album. Rating wise, as good as the first one. I actually like this one probably better of the two because it's more psychedelic. The first one's got a little bit more of a punk, post-punk sound to it. But yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Sound, it sounded great. 180 gram, excelente. This next one is a German original first pressing of Slade. And I got a killer copy of this. Man, this thing is great. Excellent album, probably their best album. It's on the Polydor label. Man, $10 for this. Killer price. Sounded great. Yeah, it's kind of that, that rock and glam sound. Really very cool. I finally heard their first album, Ambrose Slade. A friend of mine told me about that album in the 80s, and that came out before they were Slade. They were called Ambrose Slade, and the name of the album is Ballsy. And that has just recently been reissued. So I finally got online to listen to it, and I was so disappointed. I expected something like, like hard and heavy garage rock sound, kind of like the first UFO album. No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. But so that was not on my list anymore. But yeah, that's a good one, man. I think it's pretty much considered to be their best album. The one that came after that, some people might like that one more, but I like that one. Okay, I got the second album by Eddie and the Hot Rods, Life on the Line, and these guys were UK. This is a US original. Yeah, in the UK they originally had a gatefold with this one. Island label. Good record. I got the first one and the second one now, and this one features Beginning of the End, and this album came out in 1977. They kind of jumped on that punk rock bandwagon. They were basically, you know, sort of like pub rock. And they took on the punk rock image, but they weren't really punks in the true sense of the word. Speaking of punks, this one I showed a while back, and it's a Rhino reissue of Nevermind the Bollocks by the Sex Pistols, and it's on bright, super bright green vinyl, which I really like the look of that color. And just sounds good. You know, people like the sound of it for the most part. But I come across this one, which is a Winchester US original, 1977. And this is the early press that everybody wants. I looked on Discogs and like 1,100 people want this pressing. This is, the cover's nice VG+, the vinyl's excellent, has the original inner sleeve, and it also has the submission sticker on the back of the cover. A lot of these did not come with the sticker because by that time they'd actually started printing submission on the cover. And the reason it's not on the back cover is in the UK when this album originally came out, that song was not on the album. It was on a one-sided 45 that was stuck in the album, so it wasn't listed on the cover. So that's the story behind that. I A-B'd this copy and that copy together. This one actually is a bump better as far as sound quality, but that one doesn't sound too bad. Obviously, probably the first pressing, UK is going to be your best bet for sound quality at this point. But steer away from a lot of the pressings from the 80s. I heard they suck. So be cautious. But yeah, this sounded good. And I like, you know, I'm probably going to keep this because I like the color of the vinyl, and the cover is a lot more vivid. Compared to the US, it's just brighter coloring. So I like the coloring on the cover of that one too. Okay, yeah, I slapped this puppy on. It's a French original copy of God Save the Queen, and this even blows away both of those. Man, this has fantastic fidelity. So that tells you right there, you know, it can be had in better quality. It's just you're gonna probably have to pay up the butt for it. But yeah. Now I got a bootleg, Yardbirds bootleg, Golden Eggs. This is an old 70s bootleg. It's not the original first trademark equality pressing. It's on Berkeley, 1975 date on the label. So it's basically a boot of a boot. I guess the original came out in 73 and they had color covers. So this is just all Yardbirds rarities, basically, studio rarities from singles and you know whatnot. But the thing that I was really, you know, I've been wanting this a long time. I had it on tape, but I wanted the vinyl, you know. Because it's got the Keith Relf solo tracks that he did. And I think those come out in 66. So it's Mr. Zero was the A-side and Knowing was the B-side. And to the best of my knowledge, those have never been reissued anywhere on anything officially. I could be wrong, because there's things coming out all the time, you know, and I don't keep up on everything, of course. But, yeah, they sound good. So, yeah, I was really happy to get in the 80s, I was kind of bidding on a original Keith Relf solo 45, and it had the picture sleeve, US. And it just started getting up into way too much money, and I bailed. But it was a local auction from a record store, and I did see a copy, and it's the only one I've ever seen in person. It was nice, man. I was drooling over it, but I just couldn't afford it. And then I had this one. It's More Golden Eggs Volume 2. And so it's a nice companion to the one I just showed. This was just on plain blue labels. This has got a great cover by William Stout. You know, he did the trademark Equality Pig, you know, with the cigar, pig with the cigar. So it's all the Yardbirds, you know, as birds sitting on a tree branch. Love that artwork, awesome. Back's got a Keith Ralph interview too, so this is basically all the same sort of thing. Rarities, Yardbirds rarities, and a little bit of live thrown on there. Okay, this next one, man, I was blown away when I found this last week. $10. Steppenwolf second, still in the shrink, unbelievably great cover. I mean, there's like hardly, I pulled the shrink up and I peeked in there. There's hardly anywhere on the cover, man. You know how rare that is to find this album cover like that? And the few that I've seen in near mint, they wanted like $100 for it, you know? But, oh man, fantastic. Kmart sticker on there. So this has, there's the label. Dunhill, ABC label. I think you've seen it, you know, a million times. And here's the inner sleeve that it came with. Now, this is the one I just got. I'll show you the one that I had. This is a Record Club issue, pressed by Capitol Records. And there's some notable differences between this and the copy that I just showed. For one thing, on the Record Club issues, it doesn't say second right here like it does on that one. So that's unique. It has the regular catalog number in the corner, but on the back it's got a revised catalog number for designated for Record Club. And the label is different. It has a different inner sleeve. This is the inner sleeve that was with it. This is just on the Dunhill label, you know, the label that you would see for Mamas and the Papas albums. And then down at the bottom it says distributed by ABC Paramount Records, manufactured by Capitol Records. Now, I'm going to get a close-up of the label for you, because this has actually got a different title. See, the name of the album is Steppenwolf the Second by Steppenwolf. And it even says that on the spine of the cover. But on the regular stock copies, it was just called Steppenwolf Second. Pretty unusual. And when I got that Steppenwolf in the shrink, I got this one along with it. It's the first Frigid pink. Beautiful condition in the shrink. With an old price sticker of $3.98 on it. And it has a hype sticker that's actually stuck on the cover. It's not a clear decal, it is actually a pink paper sticker that says House of the Rising Sun stuck on the cover. And this came out on the Parrot label. This is not the very earliest pressing, which is probably why it has a hype sticker, because usually, you know, a lot of times with hype stickers, the very first earliest pressings didn't have them. It's when a song took off and started becoming a hit. That's when they would add some sort of a hype sticker to promote the 45 that was being, you know, on the charts at the time. So yeah, I looked on Discogs, and Discogs does not show any album covers with that hype sticker on it. Okay, this next one I got was a great buy. I got it for 18 bucks plus tax, and which is really cheap for this record, but when you consider what the cover looks like, it's understandable. But they still could have got more money for it because the vinyl is like really clean. It has a little bit of paper scuff on it, but other than that, I mean, it's nice. Oh, I guess I should show the cover before I show the record, huh? High Time MC5 OG US. Now it has water damage at the bottom where somebody's waterbed broke, which is very common back then. So it's got water damage, but like I said, the vinyl is just like really clean. So all I need, if I could find a beat copy with a good cover, I'm all set. And this is a Presswell pressing. So very cool, man. You don't see this High Time album out in the bins hardly ever. You really don't. Not as an OG. So I remember in the 80s I used to see Back in the USA in the bin all the time. That album must have sold pretty well because I used to see it all the time. But I never ever High Time, and to me that's a better album. That's their crowning achievement, really, as far as on an artistic level. Of course, you know, I'm fond of Kick Out the Jams. That's probably their most definitive album. But as far as artistic studio type work, that's their best for that, I would think. Well, that's gonna do it. I do have more vinyl to show, and that'll be coming up on another video. And I'm slowly starting to get together enough 45s where I could actually do a 45s video. So that's on the agenda as well. So everybody take care, have a good week, and I'll catch you next time. Later.